down with your broke ass. Every election. So now, because they can't beat me, they got to do this smear campaign to convince public opinion that I'm bad for them.
So you said 2 elections. You were first elected in 2021?
No, 2013 was my first election for trustee. I was a trustee. I sat where they are.
Right.
That's why I know the law.
Council.
Yes.
Elected mayor 2021.
Yes.
Term is 4 years?
Yes.
Okay. Plans of running for re-election?
I'm running for both my seats. And I'm going to win them.
So, and when is the election for Thornton Township?
2025.
So those elections at the same time?
They are.
Bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
I could not be here breathing and be comfortable if I was really as bad as they was making it. You know, nobody could be around me. So for me to be this calm, I must have some kind of inner peace. And my inner peace is knowing that once everybody take the time to really see what type of person I am, you'd be surprised that I stuck around this long.
I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best with what I have. You know, live the best life I can live, be as happy as I can be. Nothing is perfect for anybody. I don't know.
Boys, I swear, I think I figured it out. You know why they don't want us redneck brothers and sisters and the hood brothers and sisters getting along? You know why? Because we'd be unstoppable. I'm telling you right now, we would shut shit down.
Yes, yes, yes. We will shut shit down. Blessings, blessings, uncensored enlightenment talk. Family, you're here with GRACELEVI tonight. You know how we've been doing. We've been doing a deep dive. I want to say I do apologize for changing the time so many times. I had a lot going on. And also I wanted to make sure that I get as much information as possible about the upcoming caucus, okay? The Illinois Democratic Caucus. This is a very important subject for the Thornton Township residents. The caucus is actually December the 3rd. So I forced myself to go live today because I actually had a little emergency. Not me, but you know what I'm saying. Mama duties. But I said, you know what? Let me make this happen because if I don't get this pushed in the algorithm, at least it'll be up there for 48 hours. And I also have some very important information as to why I think it's important for the residents to get out and go to this Democratic caucus. Go out. Okay, we need you guys there. So we're going to go over the information pertaining to what is the caucus, what you have to do when you participated in the voting, what is expected by the candidates. We have 2 books. We have one for the 2025 caucus. Hold on one second. Township Caucus Guideline for 2025. And then we also found a great one from 2020. And the reason why I like 2020 is because it has some PowerPoints and it makes everything pretty much simple. But it was like, wow, I had an aha moment. We're going to get to the aha moment today, but we're going to need you to get out there, y'all, because Thornton Township is in a little dilemma. We already know that this one behind me got basically Thornton Township by the nutcrackers. Okay, because there's a 3-2 vote. We already know that she has hold on a second. Let's get up here. Her and her favorite clerk is holding it down, or at least trying to. And we have our trustee Gonzalez and Carmen that has been trying to maneuver around this thick situation. But tonight I'm going to share some information with you guys that I think you guys can use to help. I know you only got 48 hours, but let's get to it. Now, I just want to get into just the general Wikipedia because you know we are still learning about Thornton, but the residents know about Thornton, but other people don't know about Thornton as much as far as the population, the cities and the villages that's under Thornton Township. Now, these are not all of them. There are 9 to my understanding, but these are other cities or villages that surround Thornton Township. So there is an article that I came across. We got 3 articles to share from you from Lansing because they have been keeping you guys up to date. So I hope you guys have been following them. But one of the main things is that we have 157,000 people plus almost 158,000 people total in the whole township under Tiffany Hinyard. So let's put our favorite mayor on and supervisor on the glass, okay? You know what we're trying to do. We got to get this lady out. Now, allegedly, she didn't even put herself on the ballot for supervisor, but I think it's because this caucus coming up, and I don't know if she has a lot of people lined up to come and vote for her, but I don't think that she's giving Thornton Township up. If y'all do know if she came and submitted her paperwork, y'all let me know. From my understanding, she did not yet, but she did for Dalton. Excuse me, bear with me. So I was doing my little hunting, learning a little bit about Thornton Township, and also Lansing is so amazing because they know people who are hunting and trying to figure things out. It's this article that they did about the brief history of Thornton. Okay, so you can get to know a little bit of Thornton. So we're not going to go over the full article, but it did go into a few important aspects, and this was November the 29th. On my birthday. All right, this is an article released by them November 29, 2024. It talks about the 190 years since the first Thornton Township settlement began in 1834. So what I'm going to go down to, it talks about, here you go. These are the so it's 8 townships. I do apologize. 9 are partially. So I do apologize. It's 8 townships that lie completely within the boundaries of Thornton Township. And then 9 towns are partially located in the boundaries. So she got her hands on a lot of people. Okay. So this is the areas: Birmingham, Calumet City, Dixmoor, Dalton, East Hazelcrest, Phoenix. And I got my eyes on Dixmoor, Phoenix, you already know, South Holland, a portion of that, Thornton, and a few other places, but in Lansing falls under there, portion of Homewood. You know, I'm just naming a few. All right, so that's why we have our eyes on Dixmoor as well as Phoenix, because they are under her municipality. Don't forget the alleged cars, allegedly. Hopefully we find out more about that. So moving forward, it highlights that Thornton Township was more of a Republican type of area, but it says from Republican to Democrat prior to 1884. Hold on one second. Hold on. I talked about, okay, Democrats. Hold on. Okay, so Democrats. So this is when the Democrats came in about 18. What did it say? Newspaper announced the recorder of John McDonald was elected as supervisor April 6, 1898. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to this because these people, they be in positions for a long time. And I really think that the residents of Thornton and Dalton, but definitely Thornton, they need to petition to get these terms shortened. It's sometimes, I don't know what y'all got going on here, but it's looking a little bit like Haiti. Okay, look a little bit like dictatorship to me. Now it says holding multiple positions. Now under holding multiple positions, this is not new. This is not new to them. That's why Tiffany is like, this is not new. I don't know why y'all coming after me like this when this has been done for a long time. In 1911, William F. Proffer of Dalton was elected again to the role of Thornton Township supervisor. He remained in the position for 30 years, okay, until 1940. In addition, the supervisor Proffer was serving as township committee man. So we're going to talk about who's the committee man, because we do have an update of who running for committee man out there. And overseer of poor relief. Okay, that's what it sounds like what Tiffany is. Oh, they called it poor relief before. Okay, now it's just services. Okay, as a member of the Illinois Bar Association, and he was a lawyer. That is so like crooked. It's illegal. You know why? Because lawyers know a lot. Not saying that the person who's in an elected position shouldn't know a lot, but if they actually have a bar card, I'm not really, I can't. It's going to be some conflict of interest, but I'm going to move forward. because I don't know the law on that. But back in the day, it was okay. As a member of the Illinois Bar Association, he also served as the Dalton attorney for 18 years. He served 2 years in 1926 to 1928 as a member of the 55 General Assembly of Illinois, representing 7 central districts. Okay, so this is just showing you that it's not new to this area or to Illinois. The elected official holds multiple positions in 30 years. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Lord. They have elections now, and we only have up to 4 years with possibly tenure. Now, Democrat takeover, it says they took over in 1977. When Larry Goatlot made history in 1977, when he became the first Democrat to be elected. All right, so the Democrats took off in 1977, and you know what? I don't know what's going on with the Republican nominees out there, but I don't hear a lot about it. And I'm going to show you they have a little announcement as well about the Republican caucus, which should be taking place at the same time, at the same place. We're going to update you on that. So, anti-township rumbling, seeking his third 34-year term. Rondell still ran as a Democrat in 1993 primary, but without party slant. Trustee Ronald Kiowan did the same. They refused to take the slant from the committeeman and the state representative Frank Glinko. Hold on one second. Excuse me, guys. I had to clear my throat. I'm sorry. I was talking. I had a lot going on. I had to talk. Just talk for the last few minutes. So I do apologize. Now, so refused to take the committee, and State Representative Frank Giglio because they claim he was an anti-township. Okay, so this is talking about drama that was going on in 1992. They talk about Zuccarelli years. They go in a little bit more about drama in Zuccarelli years. In 1997, they admitted the eliminated township government reared it head again. The anti-township organization claimed buddies win the bid. Patriots get the contract, and relative and cronies are the right-hand man. So this sounds pretty familiar, and this is under Zuccarelli's term. Defending the local township program, Zuccarelli explained this is Thornton Township, and anything we do to assist the people, that's the purpose of our government, to provide a system with social services. Oh, Zuccarelli. Somebody sounding just like you. Township 1, when then Government Jen Edgar signed the bill making it more difficult to eliminate one of the oldest forms of government. The new law required 10% of the registered voters from each township within the county to sign petitions before it can be placed on the ballot. Edgar believed in the system and thought the government closest to the people was the most effective. Okay, so if you want to learn a little bit more about that's towards the end of it. Just read this in detail. Hold up. Let me see what it says. History continues. Tiffany Henyard made history in March 2022 when she was appointed to fill the role of supervisor following Zuccarelli's sudden death. She became the youngest person, the first woman, and the first African-American supervisor of Thornton Township. Okay, she held the supervisor position concurrently with the elected position as mayor of the village of Dalton. In both roles, she has become embroiled in a variety of scandals and currently under federal investigation, allegedly. We still waiting. While one of the residents was messy, was like, can we get a Lori Lightfoot report number 2? And I said, oh, I like that one, but I'm going to move forward. Thornton Township headquarters is located. So they're talking about the headquarters. Okay. Did it say anything more about her? No, we already know what's been going on with Thornton. They left that to be continued. So now this is something that I find very important. Let's just start off hot. Who is running? Who do we need to keep our eye on that's running? So notice the Thornton Township Caucus, Tuesday, December 3rd at 7 p.m. So I'm going to give you the address, the location. This was an announcement from the Lansing. And what makes this so important that I was like, yes. I started shaking in my pants. I'm like, why is she shaking in her pants? All right, notice of Thornton Township Caucus Tuesday, December 3rd, 7 p.m. That's why it was so important for me to come on live today. I don't hear too many people talking about this. But I haven't been watching everybody live. So if they have, I'm just following through with some more information. So per the compiled statute of the Illinois General Assembly, notice is hereby given by the Democratic Party caucus for the purpose of nominating candidates for office in Thornton Township. Okay. Now, I'm just going to say allegedly. But this was, I don't know if I saw this in Dalton Politics myself, but it was brought to my attention that this was possibly shared in Dalton Politics. No disrespect to you guys, but the truth is the truth. And allegedly it was taken out. Now, it was the announcement of the caucus. So I can't understand why it was taken out of Dalton Politics. Allegedly. Y'all know I love you. You know I'm be telling the truth. But yeah, that was a little bit weird. Notice is hereby given. So this notice was given on time, and it is for December the 3rd. So the caucus of the Democratic Party is going to be in Township of Thornton. Cook County, Illinois will be held here. So it's going to be Homewood / Forsmore Park District Auditorium. You guys need to get there. Okay? Why residents? There's two things. It's not only because you need to elect your, I guess, Democratic Party, as well as trustees. But look. What does this say? Can anybody see this word right here? Can you see this word right here? Do it look like a somebody job? Do it look like it's time to vote for somebody? Now, when I saw this, I was like, the clerk, Thornton Township? I had to do it 3 times. Like, the clerk, Thornton Township, this lady, that lady. Oh, yeah. Now, I don't know who's running for clerk, but somebody need to scramble up and go get themselves on that ballot real quick and go run for clerk. Okay? Now, if she's the only person, I don't know if it's more. You guys educate me, but I'm just giving you the foundations and the outline of what's going on. It's going to be going on the 3rd. Today is the 1st. Tuesday at 7 o'clock. I hope somebody record this. I would love to stream it. So understanding the caucus, this is the book. We have this book. We're going to go in a little bit into it, but I do like the way that the 2020 book was set up because it got PowerPoints. Okay, make it a little bit more easier read because, we on YouTube. Residents of Thornton Township who wants to better understand the purpose of the process of the caucus can download this PDF. So I will leave this, guys, leave it for you guys. If you want it, and I always say I'm going to leave it and then it'll be tomorrow morning. You know what I'm saying? And half of you guys probably not watched it. So I'm going to just put that in the comments for you guys. And then I'm going to make sure that I pin it in the morning. Okay? Yeah. Anyway, let's move that off of the page. I hope you are doing well this amazing Sunday. I hope you guys had a great holiday with your family as well. And someone had that question. So I happened to, Google her name in November the 1st. So this was in Dalton Politics. And someone asked the question, does anyone know if Thornton, this is Tisha Washington Smith. Shout out to you. Does anyone know if Thornton Township Clerk Loretta Wells plan to seek re-election? Just wondering. And that was just an amazing question because we need to get somebody in there that's not biased, someone who don't have gangster ties to the political rings. And when I say gangster, I'm talking about old school, OG. Okay? You know what we talked about with her husband. He's been in there a little bit too long. Still practicing these crazy long-term tactics that I'm not into, but you already see. So she got a lot. And I'm not saying we need someone that's not educated, but we don't need somebody that is on the Tiffany Henry bandwagon. I'm just keeping it real. So let's get to some of the comments. Let's see what they got to say. It says, yes, Hinyon announced she support Wells for re-election. This was 4 weeks ago. And Vicky Appleby, she said, oh, wow, okay, I was just hoping she wasn't. Well, she won't get my vote. Let's go. Guys, y'all remember what's going on? Y'all remember what's going on? That heifer clerk need to go. Vote her out. Okay? Devora, shout out to Devora. And anyone Hinyard endorsed is not for me. So remember that Hinyard is endorsing her. Don't vote for her. Okay? She's not running. She retired as well as the highway. Okay, let's see. They said that she retired. Somebody said that don't you fall for it. Y'all guys just better get there. She better have somebody else running for it. I don't know who's running. So hopefully if I find out by tomorrow, I'll let you guys know. And then it says, no, she's not running again. So this is Dr. Nikita says she's not running again. So let's pray that she's not. And who else is running? Because I don't know who's running. But if she's running, this Dr. Nikita, I had to put a like on that one. If she's not running, that could be a bad thing because when they get ready to replace Jerry Jones and she will be the tiebreaker, she most definitely going to side with Tiffany now because she's leaving, so she won't matter on her way out, way or another. So this is, girl. Y'all, if she ain't running, y'all just better make sure that Tiffany is not endorsing somebody else. I'm going to be doing more research, creeping around by tomorrow. But because the caucus information was so heavy, I said I just want to focus on the caucus information. Blessings to you. How are you, Valerie? Blessings, H-Spug. So I just wanted to show you that people have been questioning that. So allegedly they say she's not. But you guys really need to pay attention to what's going on. Let's put her position up there if y'all remember who she is. All right, Loretta Wells, she's running for clerk. If she's not running for clerk, we need to find out who's running for clerk and make sure that they are not endorsed by Tiffany Hinyard, okay? All right, so now let's move forward. This is some local voice. The pressure is on Township Loretta Wells. This was an article October 10th that we had went over, basically her being a tiebreaker, and that's what we talked about prior. And obviously she didn't get to strut her stuff yet because Gonzalez and Carlisa said, hell to no. I'm not about to play with y'all. I don't know how much longer they could hold out, but as we look, they only can miss 5. No more than 5 meetings before they Tiffany can try to declare their spot vacant. Okay. So this is the Illinois compiled state. Let me see if there's anything that's important here. Okay. This is talking about the caucus. And I was wondering who is the chairman because I'm always thinking about y'all. I'm like, who the chairman? Let's get him in trouble if he didn't do his job. But the chairman, no, we don't want to get the chairman in trouble. We got a little clarity on this person we've been talking about. But this is this is the Illinois Compiled Statutes, 60 Illinois CS. I'm going to read that political party caucus and township notice. So this is about the notice, and they did put the notice out on the first Tuesday of December preceding the date of the regular township election. A caucus shall be held by voters of each established party in a township to nominate its candidate for the various office to be filed at the election. So this is why it's so important for you residents. This is when you need to do your job. Do your job. There's 150,000 of you. Somebody need to show up down there and make sure that you vote the right people in. Okay. So we talked about the notice of the caucus that was 10 days ago. It was in the Lansing. Let's see. No less than, well, they was talking about, it says not less than 30 days before the caucus, the township clerk shall notify the chairman or member of the township central committee by first class mail of the chairman's or membership obligation to report the time and location of the political party caucus. So that was done because we already see it. Now, I was like, who was the chairman? But it's people that we really don't know. But what I can tell you is, hold on 1 second. I don't want to jump to the rules yet. All right, so let's get to this. Let's get to a little bit of the rules, and then we're gonna get into who's the chair, who's running for chairman. Dun, 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 dun. So we got 2 updates. The clerk position is open. Dr. Nikita said that Loretta's not running. So let's see. But regardless, if she's not, let me put the same thing up there. Hold on 1 second. If she's not running, y'all need to make sure that whoever is running is not a Tiffany Cloney. Okay? That's the most important. You're gonna have to set yourself up for these 4 years. Don't do what y'all did last year. You know what I'm saying? Vote for you with your emotions and stuff like that. No. You're gonna have to really like get focused, hone in, y'all. Okay, we coming in hot. Coming in hot. If I voted, I would have got myself on the ballot in Illinois just for y'all. Just cause it is. Because this has been a long fight. It's been a long fight. Okay. So let's get to the laws. This is 60 Illinois CS 1 Article 45 head. Okay, nominating of candidates for the township office. Okay, so this is nominated by political parties in all townships other than township with 5,000 populations that a co-executive with including Woley with incorporated township. Don't pay them out. Nominated by establishing political parties for candidates for township office shall, except as otherwise provided in statute 45-15. So basically, this is saying that they have to have a caucus. Anybody over 5,000, and this with exception. Okay, but Thornton don't fall under that exception. That's why we had like in October. I was like, I don't know if they have a caucus. I don't know really what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So now we updating you on this. So this is talking about the notice, political party caucus and township notice. They did it on time. So I don't have nothing to really highlight about that. No complaints. The Central Committee, we're going to find out who they are at the end of that book. And those names, honestly, I don't know those ladies at all. So the chairman of the Township Central Committee. Now, I was like, okay, now we're going to find out who is the current one. When I looked, I really didn't know who she was. But I did come across this. Y'all know we kept talking about Napoleon. What's going on with Napoleon? We kept trying to figure out what is he doing and what is he doing? Is he going to be coming to be a watchdog over Hilliard? Is he going to, get onto some type of special committee? And yes, Democrat of Thornton Township, Napoleon B. Harris III. So he's running for the Thornton Township Democratic Committee man. So he will be as well someone running for the important position. So all this time I kept talking about, I'm like, what is he doing? His name was floating around some way, somehow. So this was at this critical time, Thornton Township needs to prove leaders need a proven leader with an unquestioned value and vision for the future. I ran for this position so that generations from now, citizens can be proud. We made the decisions we will make in the next 4 years. Thornton Township is one of the best places to live. I was born and raised here. I am committed to pouring back into the community that invested so much in me as I embark on a journey of becoming a committee man of Thornton Township. I will continue to nourish our creative, innovative, diverse culture, supporting the arts, festivals, diversity, and making sure that Thornton remains Thornton Township. Okay, so you guys need to get, contact with this guy, get to know what he got going on, what he's going to be bringing to the table. I would have loved, I hope if this position was something to check Tiffany Hilliard position, I would have loved it. But we're going to get more into that. I wanted to make that announcement because we were actually I was trying to figure out what he doing. What was his position? I'm all nosy. Look at him cooking in the kitchen. A little fro. All right. So we're going to find out a little bit more about him. We have a little bit more time to figure out about these candidates. Yes, you know that we here are not biased, so we're going to report on everything. A few months ago, and about September, right? Before I came back from Jersey, I did a live on all the people who were running, and we do have, confirmation on those individuals. So after the caucus, we're gonna go into that a little bit more. So let me see. The rules of procedure for conducting a township for multiple township caucus must be approved and amended by a majority of the vote. Okay, let's get into this. Caucus procedures. So they have to follow caucus procedures because they're over 5,000 people. So that's what it was talking about. Reference 60 Illinois CS /45. Remember, you heard me say that? This is it. It's right here. I was like, listen, if I'm going to get any information, I'm going straight to the resources. I'm going to figure this out. We're going to figure it out together. So the rules of the procedures for conducting a township or multiple township caucus must be approved and may be amended by a majority vote of qualified participants attending the caucus. Majority vote of qualified participant attending the caucus. Okay, people, listen. Very important. Get your butt up on Tuesday. No participant shall be able to participate or vote at any township or multiple township caucuses if the person is or was at any time during the 12 months before the caucus any of the following. So this will eliminate you from voting, but get y'all booty there. It says an elected or appointed public official of another established party, an elected or appointed official, director, committee man, representative. These people can't. A judge of elected election under the Article 1314. Can't. A voter who voted in a primary election of another statewide established political party different from the party holding a caucus. So if you already did something and it said another statewide with another party, then you can't do it. Okay, I think most of you guys stay y'all booty in Illinois. Y'all like Georgians. Y'all not beat. Y'all be in y'all town. Don't care about nobody else. Just like you meet somebody from Atlanta, like you ever went somewhere else? They were like, no, down the street. Like you never even went to make it. No. All right. Yep. I'm getting on y'all. Anyway, so the rules of the procedure shall include the following. No caucus shall commence earlier than 6 p.m. So it's going to be after 6 p.m. The caucus shall commence at a place specified in the notice of the caucus. So we do know where that's going to be at. If y'all don't remember, let me go back real quick. It's going to be at the Homewood Fossmore Park District Auditorium. All right, in Homewood, Illinois, on 2010 Chestnut Road. We'll put that in our community page for you guys. All right, so moving forward, hold on. Procedures by which qualified caucus participants determined by majority vote the duty of the caucus judge of election. Okay, so the majority vote and the judge is supposed to certify it. Caucus judge of election shall be appointed by majority vote of the township or multiple township central committee. Okay, no judge of the Superior Court. So that's the judges. They can't have judges from Superior Court, Appellate Court, Circuit Court. Associated judge shall serve as a. So who could serve? All right. Nomination for selections as a candidate shall be accepted from any qualified participant of the caucus. Okay. So nominations can come up from anybody in the caucus. Okay. Any participant, you can nominate somebody. The method of voting, you can vote by ballot. You can by ballot. I do apologize. Voice vote. I don't know how that's going to work, but y'all guys need to show up. Show of hands, stand and vote. I hope they choose one, not all of them. And I hope it's by written ballot for determining a candidate or candidates selected for nominees. You're going to the caucus to select your candidate. Okay, guys? Bring your friend and be like, I want to nominate her. Anybody over Loretta Wells, okay? Anybody over Tiffany Hilliard. I'm just playing. But that's how it sounds like it could go right here real quick. Okay, whether candidates will be selected as a slant or individual nominee for each office. So I guess they can, either one or all, like how the trustees going in Dalton. Whether written notice of intent to be a caucus nominee is required. That's 7. Hold on one second. I wonder what they mean by that. Whether written notices of intent to be caucus nominee is required. Where's the rest of this statement? All right, we're going to move forward. We're going to be able to clarify that. Other rules deemed necessary by the Central Committee at the time the rules are problematic or by the majority of the qualified caucus participant when the rules are being considered at their meeting. Let me go back to this at the beginning. Let me make sure we're reading this at 12 months. Is it saying no participant shall be able to participate or vote? Okay, so this is it. You can participate or vote. Okay, because I got a little lost. Like, what? Okay, you can participate or vote. And it said whether the candidate will be selected. They wording is terrible. Okay, so let's move forward. Individuals participated at an established political party, township, or multi-township caucus shall comply with the following. A participant shall be registered. So you got to be registered, and you got to be registered as the voters. There's a paper you got to register. The participant shall be registered within the territory for the nomination for which the nomination is made. So you need to be a registered voter. The participant shall sign an affidavit that he or she is a registered voter, an affidavit with the established political party. And I think I have that paper. Did I take it down? Where's the paper? There's a paper, but the paper have like 5 different signatures on it. I should be able to pull it up in a second. So you have to sign with your party. The participant shall not take a part in the proceedings of more than one established political party, township, or multiple township. We talked about that. The participant, that's you. This is all y'all, the voter I'm talking about, okay? We're not talking about the person running. We're talking about you guys. Get your booty down there. The participant shall not sign a petition of nomination for an independent or new political party for the same election. The participant shall not become an independent candidate or candidate of another established party or new political party for the same election. So if you sign that paper and say you coming to vote, you can't flip it and say, oh, I'm running. They can't nominate you. Okay, so just keep that in mind. All right, the voters' participation at the established political party, township, or multiple township caucus shall not select for nomination more candidates than there are to be elected for each office. So you got to select one. No candidate for nomination at the township or multiple township caucus shall require to do either of the following: circulate and file nomination petition to become a candidate. You shouldn't have to do that. File a fee. Okay, so we're moving forward. This is what you guys got to do. Okay, so y'all could bring somebody down here. It sound like y'all could just clerk. I think she could run for clerk. To my understanding, that's what I'm reading here. You see what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm from Jersey and I'm out here in Georgia, so things is much different because Illinois is weird. Let me just put my boy Napoleon up there. So he's going for the chairman again. Well, not again. He's going for a chairman, putting something else under his belt. We're going to do another. Just go look into him a little bit more. We did a little bit looked into him. You know, I be looking for the mess sometimes. So it was some mess about spending, but it wasn't as bad as here. It was something about spending, but when I looked at it, it looked like they was digging. But we're gonna go back and look at that because I remember I was like, oh damn. Do we got another one? Now, but before we get into the caucus PDF, let's get into the comments. Thank you, Miss Valerie. I appreciate you for always being here and supporting GRACELEVI while we make it through the tide. And I'm grateful for you guys for sticking beside me. Okay. Why is this thing so big? This is what StreamYard did to me now. Like, Jesus, this is just huge. It's up to Dalton and Thornton. I do apologize. Y'all like how I say Thornton? Yeah. They have so much support and so many people that have their back, but we have no voice or voting power at the polls. Get busy. We got you. Exactly. I appreciate you, Valerie. Let them know that we love them and support them. We be here for it. We all in different states. We got people from Cali out here watching y'all. You know, we bring the differently different. So I appreciate you guys loving and supporting Dalton and Thornton in the material we shared. You know, it's not always exciting, but it is informational. Good evening. The most important votes will be deciding the rules and procedures. The residents could keep Tiffany off the ballot by voting not to accept nominees from the floor. Okay, so can I ask you a question, Mr. Roberts? Would you like to come up and educate us about the caucus? I can put the link in and send you the link. I would love for you to come up because I'm going to read off the PDF in the book that I have researched, but I know that you are very educated. So I don't want to put you on the spot, you know, but I am going to put the invite there. The only person that will be able to come is Mr. Roberts, and I'm going to put that there. Okay. I appreciate your input. I know that you're very, very well-rounded in what's going on out there. So if you would like to come and educate our audience, I would love to have you. Now, until then, this is what we're about to do. I saw that's where I got the title from. I stole it. The nuts and bolts of Thornton Township elections. This was a 2022. So this is a Township Official Illinois Education Seminar. So it was a seminar. So I found it. Yeah, shout out to Mr. Roberts. Thank you for being here. Hey, K Mac. Hey, beautiful. Your picture is beautiful. Let me find out they done got this thing big up here. You look nice. Look at you. Y'all looking all cute. I gotta put my makeup on. The PDF posted by the Lansing Journal shows the procedures, questions clearly. Yes, don't worry. I'm about to go into that, but I'm going to go into the old one right now. Okay, so let's get to it. So we already went into the times of submission, but primaries. This is from let me pull this up real quick. I like the way this looks, so I wanted to show you guys. This is it. So this was from 2020. Y'all see that? It was more animated. I like the fact that it had PowerPoints. It broke down the caucus, the primary, new parties, what they're going to be doing, you know, the time frame. This was for 4 years ago. So we had that information in a new book. And did I put that book in there for you guys? If not, I'm going to put the book in here. What township officials will be elected in the upcoming township election? If you know Roberts, can you verify if Loretta running for clerk? That would be amazing. Township officials are elected every 4 years. The next township election will be held April 6th. This was last year. So we know that it's going to be the supervisor, clerk, 4 trustees, assessor, and multi-assessor, highway commissioner, and collectors were equitable. Okay, we're equitable. Okay, so I hope this tax assessor, the tax assessor, I don't know her, but I hope that she go for another round and it'll be stress-free, because y'all know Tiffany stressed her ass out. Y'all remember the tax assessor where they locked her out? They locked her out and she couldn't take the homestead applications. And then I remember that. And then she had a lot of people information on her desk. And then when she came back and got in the office, a lot of people information was like missing and all over the place. Like people went through her file. Y'all remember that? Let's pray that she get reelected and that she'll be able to not be stressed out this time around. I don't know her name, but y'all remember what I'm talking about. What are the requirements to hold township office? So let's get to that. You need to be a resident of the township for at least 1 year prior to filing nominee paperwork or being nominated at the caucus. Okay, so that is what's going to be going on there. I think Tiffany thinks she's gonna be nominated there. All right, 2, be a registered voter within the township as well. So is 1 and 2. Where the rest? Where's the rest? Okay, 4 assessors include candidates for township and multiple township assessors. All candidates must file a certificate of qualification from the Illinois Department of Revenue. These are some of the procedures they got to follow. Candidate for the township assessor. Hold on, let's move forward. This candidate for the township assessor and multi-assessor cannot be appointed, file nominees paper. I'm trying to get to where it says the clerk. Hold on. Candidates for township assessors and multi-township assessors cannot be appointed. File nominates paper or participant as a candidate in the caucus. So the assessor can't primary or the general elections unless a copy of the certifies that his or her qualification is filed with the township clerk, board of election commissioners, or the election authorities as required. All right, this is a little bit of details. We kind of let's move forward. How do candidates for township office get on the ballot? There are essentially 3 different types of candidates that can be on the ballot for township office. 1, independent candidate. 2, new party candidate. 3, established party candidate. Independent and new party candidate gets on the ballot by collecting signatures and submitting nominee. So we definitely know that Nate Fells did that. These candidates can start collecting signatures. We know he did that, establish a party. Okay, so let's move forward. Nate Fells did that. The caucus for establishing party candidates is December 1st. That was last year. This is going to be December the 3rd. Okay, just know that this was last year, but I like the way it presents. It's a little bit more eye-friendly, reader-friendly. Do our town have a caucus? Yes, we established that. What involvement does the township board have in the process? The only role that the township plays in the caucus process is providing certain notice. The township code requires 3 notice to be given to the caucus. So I didn't go into details about that. I nitpick, but I definitely know Lansing put it out there. And if they didn't put notice out correctly, Lansing would have definitely put it out there. Shout out to Lansing Journal. They do an amazing job. What is the Township Central Committee? So let's move forward. How is the Township Caucus ran? The Township Caucus Committee of the political party, either Republican or Democrat, is in charge of the run of the caucus. So did I show y'all that the Republican having one too? When I finish this, I'll show y'all. The committee decides where the caucus will be held and at what time, although no caucus can start prior to 6 p.m. In addition, the committee promulgates, I probably saying it wrong, promulgates and draft the initial rules. So he's saying the most important things, this is what Mr. Roberts was talking about, is the rules that will be drafted. These rules include provisions on judges for the caucus and their duties. The nominations must be accepted from any qualified participant at the caucus. Determine the method of voting. So they got to do, they better do it on paper. That hand, they better. These rules include provisions on the judges for the caucus and their duties. So they're going to be choosing the judges and their duties. This is why Robert said this is important. Get your booty there, residents. The nominations must be accepted from any qualified participant at the caucus. Okay. Determine the method of voting. This is what they do. Whether slant will be allowed and whether written notification to be a candidate will be required. Why would they determine it on that day? Well, will you be able to do it afterwards? Help me out in the comments, Mr. Roberts, if you could clarify that. Basically, they said whether not the slant, but they got to determine whether written notification for candidacy will be required. What is that, post or prior? Post the caucus or prior? Okay. However, is it important to note that the rules must be adopted and can be amended by the caucus participant at the caucus? Get your booties there, y'all. Finally, the committee also canvass the votes as the caucus and declares the result of the caucus. So this is why it is important. Who can attend the caucus? There are a variety of rules governing the qualifications a person must have to attend the caucus, as well as a numerous prohibiting factors. The 2 primary requirements to get in the door at the caucus include that the person, 1, be a registered voter within the township. 2, sign an affidavit attesting that registered voters and affiliate with the political party holding the caucus. That's the first 2 things you got to do. However, even if the person is qualified to attend the caucus, i.e. registered voters, the following people are prohibited from attending for participating in the caucus. Remember, the elected officials, appointed public officials, no Keith Price, no thicker than a snicker, bullying people. Oh, no, wait, I think Catch a Dog Smith can't come. He's not elected official. Oh my God, she hired him. Okay, moving forward. Okay, public official or any other political party, any elected or appointed officials of another political party. So Republican can't come into the Democrat one. A judge of an election for another statewide political party. A voter who voted in March. Well, this was the 4 years ago. Just exclude that date. General election primary of another established political party. So we talked about that before. We kind of went into that earlier. That's what they exclude you residents. But y'all need to get y'all booty there. It ain't much. You need to be a registered voter and you need to sign that paper. Okay. Voting history behind the last primary held is irrelevant for purposes of determining eligibility. It should also be noted that a voter may attend only one caucus. Okay. Accordingly, a voter could not attend the Republican caucus at 6 p.m. and then attempt to participate in the Democrat caucus at 7 p.m. Caucus participation are also prohibited from being independent candidates and candidates of another established political party or not. So, Nate Fells, you can't go. You can't go. No, what are you, the Democrat? You're a Democrat? You Democrat? I'm asking Nate, like, you're a Democrat. And Tiffany is an independent, right? Let's clarify this. Where do the independents come in to get voted in? Because they saying of another party. So I don't know if we have Mr. Roberts is in there in the building. I can ask you a few more questions. If not, we're going to be clarifying a little bit more by tomorrow because there's a lot to this. Okay, the township code and election codes are designed to give candidates essential only one chance to run for office. Okay, lockout rules. Accordingly, if you're participant in a caucus, sign an affidavit and attend a caucus and lose a nomination, you cannot then run as an independent candidate, new party candidate, or write-in candidates. Similar restrictions apply for those who ran in a established primary election. Okay. All right. So it's just a Democrat and Republican. So Nate already, I thought Nate is a new party. Tiffany is an independent. I'm surprised. I'm trying to figure out, well, Dalton is different. Well, we're going to talk about Dalton elections too. We gotta get into that. I know we have House that's running. And I would assume we still have Casandra that's running. Casandra, we talked about her the other day. So we're going to verify some of this information for you this coming up week, okay? What if the people in our town do not like running under party labels? Okay. Although the election process allows for people to run as established party candidate, Republican or Democrat, people can also run as independent candidates with no party affiliations. Okay, cool. To run as an independent, the candidate must collect signatures. So that's something you had to do prior. More or less than 5%, nor more than 8%, or 50 or more the minimum, whichever is greater. Is that based on the population, the total number of persons who voted at the last township election? Okay, so you based on the last township election. These candidates can start collecting these signatures on September. We're going to look what date that was. So it's probably September around or about 22nd, 2024. And will file their petition along with the statement of candidacy, loyalty oath, optional, the receipt for filing statement of economic interest during the filing period of December 14th to 21st. Okay, so that independent person that's running, if they was running for Thornton, they'll be submitting their papers between December 14th. I'm going to look at that date because this date is for the 2020. But I think the date is at or around this time. They talk about create a new political party. Does your township office have to be open to accept petition filings? Okay, I want to get to some of the PowerPoint. Oh, this was something that was cool that I liked it in this. Objections in township election. Objection requirements must contain the objection's name. So y'all gotta learn this, y'all. You're gonna be going there and they're gonna be putting rules in there. And if y'all don't like the rules, y'all may need to know this. Y'all got power when you go in there on Tuesday. The people got the power. As Ms. Valerie said, all we can do is support you. We can't be there to vote. Just go. Bundle up and go. Okay. Must state full nature objection to the nomination papers. Must state the interest of the objection. Must state the relief is requested of the electoral board. And I think we went into that. Remember when we said if you object to a candidate, you got to find a reason why. And biases. I'm basing Tiffany on her history, just the way that is, her history. They said if they ever been like in debt, debt in a certain amount of days, Tiffany owed debt. It's so much. Yeah, we went over that. And if y'all don't remember, I'm going to re-upload that. So general requirements must file within 5 business days after the last day of filing the petition. This is you guys who object. So we're gonna re-put that. We're gonna re-put that. Common types of objection, not enough. Invalid signatures. Remember? I said that we gotta make sure that everything you put in is valid. There need to be valid voters. No repeat names, no repeat address. You know how she do. Circular signature on petition is not notarized. That is an issue. Notarized is a problem. Okay, if it's not notarized, that is actually like an administrative issue. Me being in real estate, I know that if it ain't notarized, that's one of the first things I look for on a deed. I'm like, oh Lord, this is a whole corrective action. I got to take it to court. So just know, pay attention to that stuff. Office not properly designated. Candidate lacks qualifications. Let me shut up. I ain't gonna talk about Tiffany. That's what that. Do you think that's what they had challenged Nate Feld on? Yep, I was ear hustling to somebody live that I can't say their name and they don't say my name, but he said something about Nate Phelps being challenged 3 times. Do you think it was because of that? I told y'all I don't know how much choices y'all got, but I would believe as far as supervisor out there, y'all better get behind Nate. I don't know who else running. Y'all got somebody else that you're gonna be sneak attack putting them up there. I'm about to get to the comments right after this. Statement of economic interest. Tiffany Henyard, she's not going to submit that. If she does, incorrect election information, incorrect circulatory oath, and 8 is fraud. Tiffany can't run, y'all. We got her. Fraud. Okay, let's get to it. Thank you, Mr. Roberts. I saw you in the comments. I was just running my mouth. Okay, the caucus can decide to use lack of written statement of candidacy as a reason to reject the candidate nominee at the caucus. Yeah, that's what I was saying. The caucus, but is that if they determine that that's the rules, right? And if they determine that's the rules, can't the people at the caucus go against that? They rules that they decide? Tiffany did not file to run as an independent or a new party. Her only chances to get on the ballot are 1, to get a majority party nominee at the caucus, 2, to be a written-in candidate. Yep. So that's what I'm thinking. You think she's going to come with a bus load of people? That's what I was thinking. Like, Tiffany, thank you for verifying that, because in my head, I was like, yeah, I think she could run. She's going to come with a lot of people. That's why you guys got to get there. Oh my God, this whole thing is a disgrace for the residents. I agree with you, your assessment of the situation. The commentator on another video alleged that Henya is considering approaching a Cook County judge. Yeah, for Thornton Township trustees. Yeah, they missed 2. So they have 3 more to miss, 2 or 3 more, because the law is 5. And she could try to declare vacancy. But I think she'll be more successful, like I told you, with Gonzalez than Carlisa. Especially if Carlisa could prove that Thicket and Snickers been there and he's not supposed to, intimidating her. To have them issue an emergency court to permit Henya to appoint a trustee until the next election, so the township can conduct businesses, as 2 trustees are refusing. So, oh my God, I'm sorry. I have to digest this. Because that's why she just got him by the balls. This one right here. At Paul Roberts, you are absolutely correct. I have no idea why some people do not understand this. Oh, this was Norm. I do apologize, Norm. I thought it was Paul. Y'all think looked alike. I just kind of glanced at it. So that was Norm who was giving us that information. Shout out to you, Norm, Paul Roberts. Whatever she decides to do, it will be deviant and backdoor. Eyes wide open, Dalton and Thornton. Valerie Fisher, be interested to see what address she uses. Oh my God, well, she has a lot of municipalities to live in, I would assume so. I can't even begin because she has so many different addresses. It doesn't make any sense. So you guys see what may happen on Tuesday. Tiffany may show with a busload of people and get herself up there or write her daggone ballot in. But if she lose, right, that day, no, if she nominated and lose, that means that she can't write in her ballot. But if she's never nominated, then she can write in her ballot. Right? I think so. Oh, shoot. Tiffany. Let's put her. She ruining my night. She ruining my night a little bit. I'm going to have to put Miss Fugly up there. But we got to know this information. Shout out to Thornton residents. Shout out to Norm. Shout out to Mr. Roberts for poking in. I appreciate you guys. This is all for you. Like Miss I'm about to call her Valerie. You know, that's her name. You know, like my favorite mod, Miss Valerie. I was about to call you Miss Vivian. That's what I was about to mix up and say. Miss Valerie said all we could do was actually just broadcast, talk about it, and bring as much information as possible. So a processing of okay, so that's the objection. We're gonna get into the objection, y'all, because y'all got time to object. We're gonna do a whole live on that again. We're gonna relook at what we talked about before, and then we're gonna add this information. Okay, let me see if there's anything up here that's important. This was last year. 4 years ago. So it says getting on the ballot, political parties, caucus primary, new party candidates, independent candidates, general issues. Let's get down to let's see if we can learn anything new from here. So this is not, we know it's December the 3rd. We talked about the requirements. All counties except Cook County. We talked about that. Rules and procedures of what is the role of the central committee. So this is what you're talking about, making the rules, provide notes of the caucus, convey and declare. Okay. So the central committee will give you the name of those people. I never heard of these people who are on the central committee. So I can't verify if they have any ties to Tiffany Henya. You guys will have to do that. So we went into, it says initially, okay, so adopt and may amend by the caucus participant. So these are the rules. Y'all can adopt and may amend these rules that they put in. Okay, guys, remember that, please. That's why Mr. Roberts said that's the most important thing that you guys are supposed to do, or that pay attention to, let's say, is not only vote on who is the participants to be the candidate, but the rules, because it's going to be some things that try to get a candidate in. I pray that somebody's up there recording and that it be live. Okay, establishing requirements include registered voter. We talked about that. Who can participate? The township caucus, lockout rules. We talked about that. Additional issues: can only nominate one candidate per office. Can require candidates to circulate petition. So cannot require candidates to circulate a petition. But you said that they can require them to, you said, it was procedure. I'm trying to go back to what you said, Mr. Roberts, that clerk to reject her signature petition. Hold on one second. I'm trying to remember, because this is a lot for me. In party, change the independent ballot and get the majority nominees. Well, that's Mr. Roberts. The caucus can decide to use lack of written statement. Yes, this is what you said. The caucus can decide to use lack of written statement of candidacy as a reason to reject the candidate nominee at the caucus. Is that different from here? Cannot require candidates to circulate petition. That's two different things. I guess they can require them to do that, but not circulate a petition. Let's go down to a little bit more. That's the notices. We know about that. They put it out, no notice for the committee, no caucus. That was out already. The township caucus notice requirements. Let's see if there's anything else. The township caucus, the caucus agenda. So what you can expect: sign in, call the order, elect secretary, review, approve rules, review and approve the rules. So that's the most important part of this. Thank you, Mr. Roberts. Overview method of voting. Okay, so y'all gonna put your hands up, write it, say I think y'all should write it. Call for nominees, declare nominations closed, vote on nominees, tally votes, and adjournment. Okay, primary elections. So let's see. All right, so now we're about to, let's go into the 2025. It's not too much different from this, but I wanted you guys to look at this because they had great PowerPoints and it was a little bit more animated. The 2025 book is not as good. It's good, but it's more professional. It is more professional. So I figured that the one with the PowerPoint would have been better. All right, so this is the one that you guys should look at. I'm going to put it in the comments. Thank you. The question is, if the residents think she will stop now. Oh, okay. You said that already. I do apologize, y'all. Bear with me. I'm doing good tonight. Grace Levi always having some drama. This is the resource. This is the PDF that we're looking for right now. So it's in the comments. I don't be having drama. People be bringing drama to me, and I'm always had to be Captain Save-A-Ho after they done been mean to me. You see what I'm saying? That's what really been happening. That's why I'm a little off tonight, but I'm on, okay? We getting through this. We're an hour in. We're going to be done in about 15 minutes, and we're going to be coming back. Oh, here we go. This is signature form. This is the form that they were talking about. When y'all come in, y'all got to be registered voters, and then y'all have to fill this page out. I guess they're going to have somebody. I guess the judge is going to certify this at the end. So this is the document. These two, be a registered voter, and that's the document you guys are going to have to fill out when y'all get there. Be on time. Bring your candidate. All right, let me see if there's anything here that's I left out. We're going to go into just a few of the dates. I think that probably would be the most important thing. It's not too much that changed, but this was the issue July 2024 and Township Caucus Guide 2025. Let me see something. All townships over 1,000 held first Tuesday. Who is the chairman? Who is the Democrat committee? I have that. And the cost of the caucus is on the township. I looked into that. It wasn't too much. I'm just trying to see this had the form of the participants, but I know they're gonna have that there. They talk about the caucus day procedures. I'm trying to see if there's anything different for you guys to know. I don't want to candidates. Okay, so upon entering the room where the caucus is held, caucus judge have each participant sign an affidavit stating that they are a registered voter. That's the ones that we told you about. At the appointed time, the chair of multiple township central committees shall call the meeting to order. The first order of business shall be to elect the secretary from the assembly. The secretary-elect should take their place next to the chair and proceed to record the caucus business. The rules of the procedures, which have been drafted by the appropriate multi-township central committee, must be approved and may be amended by the majority vote of the qualified participants attending the caucus. This is in accordance to the law. Okay? So you guys need to make sure that you guys, if you don't like anything that's going on with the rules, that you amend it. The chair or the presiding office shall then announce the method of voting selected by the multi-township central committee, introduce the caucus judge of election, and announce the office for which the nominee are to be chosen. What if it's the Judge Wilson? Tedious Wilson, that's his name. I remember. I'm just playing. It better not be him. You know it's nepotism and a problem out there if it's him. That was the one that's over the case that's dealing with Dalton trustees versus Hinyard and the Park District and the situation and all that and appointees. Him. I just had to bring him back up. Okay, the chair shall call for open nominees for each office according to the order in which the office will appear on the township elected ballot. Nominations from the floor. Nominations, I'm reading this, y'all. Come on. If y'all don't know what's about to happen, you need to know. Nomination from the floor may be made and no second is required. So y'all can, if I was there, y'all be like, GRACELEVI. I'd be like, I'm just playing. Okay. However, one or more members of the caucus may wish to offer a second as a form of endorsement. The chair should repeat each nomination as is illustrated in the following. Chair, nominations are now in order from candidate for the office of Township Supervisor. Member, I nominate Ms. Smith. Chair, Ms. Smith is nominated. Are there any further nominations? Simple. But I nominate her. Y'all better do something so y'all can make this race as good as possible, okay? When it appears that no one else wishes to make a further nomination for an office, the chair should again ask the assembly if anyone has any further nomination to offer, and if not, they shall declare the nominations closed and proceed to either vote on the nominations or proceed to open nominations for the next office, depending on the procedures that the multi-township central committee has selected. Now, I don't care if you don't like it. Oh well, I'm just a human being. I'm just real. If Mr. Roberts show up, I hope he ain't on my live. I hope he jumped off. Y'all better nominate his ass for trustee. Everybody in that room be like, yeah! Mr. Roberts' face would be red as hell, like, fucking people. Look at me starting shit. Oh, man. You never know. I would love to see that. That one that make y'all day? Valerie. The people on the internet would love to see it. I know stressed Mr. Roberts out just now by saying that. But I do think you'll make a lovely trustee. I don't have no dog in the fight, as you know. A lot of things has played in the background, and obviously y'all see that I'm not biased. I'm a human being. So I do think, again, and I will say it again, y'all, I'll be like, Mr. Roberts will be mad at me. Oh, well, moving forward. Okay. So the Township Caucus, the caucus judge of elections are responsible for tallying the votes with the Township Central Committee acting as a canvass board. Okay. So hopefully these people are honorable. Multi-Township Caucus, there is some ambiguity. Y'all know what I'm saying, in the statutory language, but in practice, most multi-town caucuses are canvassed by multi-township committees. Okay, so let's get into if written ballots are used. The SBE advises having a central location ballot box over which the caucus judge of elections can maintain control. A reasonable amount of time should be allowed for voting. So somebody can do a written ballot. They could sneak it in. See? Shh. Okay. Oh, Mr. Roberts gonna be mad at me. He gonna like, damn it. I just came to vote. Okay, when it appears that those wishes to vote have done so, the chair shall inquire as to whether there is anyone who has not completed their vote. If there is no reply from the floor, the chair shall declare the ballot closed. The caucus judge of election shall immediately begin tallying the vote. As soon as the tally has been completed, the multi-township central committee shall proceed to canvass the caucus reports. That's during the audit. Upon completion of the canvass, the chair shall announce the result and declare the nominee. The voters participating at an established political party, multi-township caucus shall not select for nomination more candidates than there are to be elected for each office. Okay, so let me see what's in the comments. Mr. Roberts, you mad? You ain't got nothing to say? Okay. Look, I got the trouble face like, baby, y'all better do something. You need to get some honorable people in there. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Hide in the corner? You gotta live there. She gonna put her people in there and she gonna run that the next 4 years. You better take that little $32,000 and keep it moving, Ms. Roberts, and fix it. Moving forward. And you know who else would be? Well, Sherry, like Dalton. Sherry is a Dalton person. So I think Sherry is good as well. Who else? Who else y'all think should run? They should nominate on Wednesday. Let's be messy. Let's be messy. If there's anything else that I need to do, I'm gonna look through this because I'm gonna just verify some stuff about independent. Probably come back on that day, let's say on Wednesday, and we'll get more into it. I think I gave a lot of information in this hour and 12 minutes. Let me know if you guys learned a lot, even the residents who are not there. Hope the residents show up and vote. Me too, please. Norm, you live out there? Because you know a lot. You know a lot, Norm. Let me find out. You need to be running for trustees or something out there. Let me find out. I don't like this thing looking all. It's so huge. What is wrong with StreamYard? I should bust them up. You see how that look? That is just trifling. Okay. You are absolutely on point here. It is not capable of managing anything. Not willing to learn how to, and it is never her fault. But then turns around and claims she is in charge. Exactly. I don't got the picture of baby Tiff up there, but you'll understand why, because she's still a child. This is some very important and valid information because this is a crucial time for the Thornton Township. Time up for all the foolishness. Thank you. You got to do what you. It's time to get there. If it's cold on Tuesday, bundle up. You only got a couple of hours. Okay? Time up for all the foolishness. They must get this important information on how to fight. Yes, and I hope Dalton Politics, somebody shared in Dalton Politics in this video and they don't take it down. I don't know why allegedly that the caucus announcement was taken down, allegedly, but this is important. Okay, I have many friends there, spent time there on assignment. Okay, Norm, because I was like, I like you. You need to go run for something. You know, you got a lot of passion. I want to say a shout out to all the Thornton residents, all of Dalton residents, like I always do. I'm always sending love and blessings to you guys. I try to share the most factual information, forward information. It can get a little messy, but I hope this information does y'all some justice, because I knew some people were really trying to figure out what to expect from the caucus. What was the caucus? Who was running? If this broad, and I'm gonna call her old lady broad, is not running, then you guys need to figure out who is going to be running for replacement clerk. We want to make sure that it's none of Tiffany Henyard's goons. Please. Also, as Mr. Roberts said, he dropped very important information. You have the power not only to vote on these candidates, but also the rules of this actual caucus. They could slip you out a fast one. Now, let me see. Let me get to the end of this, because these are the people. I don't know these people. Y'all probably know them, but I'm going to just put their name up there. We're going to dox them. Not their address. We're going to dox them a little bit. These are the board members, okay? So I don't know what type of connections they have with Henyard, any biasness going on, but y'all need to figure this out. Make sure that none of them pull a slip of rule on you guys, okay? They're going to be coming up with the rules and things like that. And then make sure that they do a write-in ballot. Hold up. Y'all think a write-in ballot is good? Because, well, elected officials are not supposed to be there to actually vote. So I was thinking about like Keith Price being there, cheating, throwing a whole bunch of ballots in there. You know, I'm always got to think to the left. So which method do you guys think that they should take? Raising your hands, saying me, you know, like I never really heard of that, you know, the voice one, but I will hope if they do the written ballots, it'll be safe, you know, and they don't have nobody like Ronnie Burge. They be having like weird people doing stuff. You see what I'm saying? Ronnie Burge lost the election before they end up being kind of advising over the votes towards the end. When we read that article, it just didn't make any sense. Just don't make any sense, okay? Iron for Jason taking office. Well, this one is for Thornton Township we're talking about. Jason is Dalton. That's why we're going to follow up with Dalton, because they got elected officials. They got people running for the office. It's not just Jason. See what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about all that here. And, you know, I will hope people don't have the spirit of offense in Dalton. But at this point, it doesn't matter. You guys need to figure out what's going on. What is your best options? Who is saying what? It asks everything that you can ask. Okay? Especially when it comes to y'all safety and y'all money. Okay? That's the most important thing. All right, so what that goes to say, I think I've been here long enough, an hour and 17 minutes. I will be back on Wednesday. Now, I don't know if they're going to be streaming live at the caucus, but if they are, and I figure it out, our ass is going to be here for it, figure out what's going on. I would love to see it. I don't know if they can record it, but if they do, we're going to go live, okay? So, yeah, it's going to be right. Us is right. With that goes to say, I love you guys, and I will see you guys next week. Well, this week coming up, let's go.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
Every election. So now, because they can't beat me, they got to do this smear campaign to convince public opinion that I'm bad for them.
So you said 2 elections. You were first elected in 2021?
No, 2013 was my first election for trustee. I was a trustee. I sat where they are.
Right.
That's why I know the law.
Council.
Yes.
Elected mayor 2021.
Yes.
Terms 4 years?
Yes.
Okay. Plans of running for re-election?
I'm running for both my seats. And I'm going to win them.
So, and when is the election for Thornton Township?
2025.
So those elections at the same time?
They are.
Bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
Would you like to learn a brand new and innovative way to invest your extra money that has a low barrier to entry and low competition? What if I told you that it is a guaranteed method to get up to 18 to 20% return on your investment? Tax lien and deed purchasing is the only way to get into the real estate market through the back door. No credit and no loans needed. This method isn't commonly taught, and therefore the competition is very low for now. put together a 14-hour info-packed course which will teach you everything you'll need to know to get started. Learn at your own pace, step-by-step guided video and aids to start you on the TLC deed investment process. The course offers many learning tools for new investors, helping ensure you safely invest in tax liens and deeds. Contact us today and join the buyback team.